Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 14 of Sonic the Hedgehog IDW comic review. Now, as you know, IDW have now got the rights to Sonic the Hedgehog that were originally belonged to Archie Comics, and the series is meant to continue after the events of Sonic Forces. And the cover has Eggman with Dr. Sterling looking on as Sonic, Silver, and Metal Race. And the story starts off with Sonic saying, "You sure this is the way? This is where the guide told me to go." So of course they mainly say that, this does seem sketchy, and that eventually when they do head to one of Eggman's old bases, they see a bunch of robots carrying off some stuff, and now they need to go in so before it gets cleared out, and they know that something's going to blow in their faces, and turns out it's metal. So of course Metal mainly spins Silver around like a ragdoll, and Sonic says, "So, who fixed you up, Tinkerer or Eggman?" So of course he realizes that Metal can't talk, and that's more of an improvement for him since he's no longer Neo Metal Sonic. So of course he ends up getting teleported and back to Dr. Sterling, and they realize that he's using the same device that took Rough and Tumble, and Silver realizing that it's its informant, and he says, "Alright, I've got a bunch of questions, and I'm willing to bet you're the answer to all of them. Very accurate. I am Dr. Sterling, and I am indeed the one behind your present conditions." And pretty much shows off who he is, and even shows the device he has. So of course they think it's going to be easy, and we see back at Eggman's secret lab, him testing the metal virus, seeing it has no real effects, but then tries one of the other victims, which ends up with the squirrel turning into metal, and says, "Eureka! The creature the exposed, the more rapid the effect." So of course we see how Rough and Tumble barge in the door, asking for more weapons, and then wanting to take down Sonic like he promised. And you can tell from his expression that he's gonna get rid of them. So we see how Sonic and Silver are having a difficult time taking on Metal. So of course they manage to use Silver's telekinesis to throw Metal away, and Dr. Sterling saying, "That was a high-quality piece of Eggman technology, and it comes with a completely high-quality butt-kicking." So of course manages to teleport them away, and no matter how hard they try, they can't really take him out. And of course we see how Sonic is close to falling to his death, but being rescued by Silver. And we see Silver leeching on to Sonic, even though Silver did say that he could have flown him over, but realizes his way's faster. So of course they plan to make it back with Metal leaving first, Sonic basically striking him and asking him, "Miss me?" and says that his name's Sonic and that he needs the details for the base, which he does have the codes. And so we find out that he wants to know where Eggman is, and Dr. Sterling says, "Eggman isn't here, he's planning something breathtaking, and I'm planning of planting explosives inside a vault, then giving your friend the detonation code." "Silver, wait!" And so ends up getting blown up. We see how Dr. Sterling thinks he's done it, and even wonders why Eggman took so long. So we kind of see a more Looney Tunes style where he's grabbed by the neck and thrown back into Eggman's base, where Eggman isn't happy that Dr. Sterling got in the way of his plans, and that he wants to prove himself superior, and that he can't have someone stealing his thunder. And says, "I'm sorry, sir." "You should be. Don't let it happen again." "I can't." But Eggman does point out that Sonic is tenacious and could survive anything, and realizing that him and Sonic did survive. So of course you can kind of tell that Eggman's saying this is your first taste of battling, and you can kind of tell that Sterling feels like he's failed his idol. And of course we see Silver recovering in the infirmary, and after Amy points out that Eggman's back, they have no time to rebuild everything after the events of Sonic Forces. So you can tell Amy doesn't want it to happen again. And they use the computer and that to find one of Eggman's old bases and decide to go through with it. And Sonic saying, "Sorry, Eggman, but it's game over for you." And yeah, this is the story. So, issue 14 isn't too bad. I think it kind of gives you this taste that Sonic and the others are dealing with more dangerous foes like Dirk the Sterling. I would say Rough and Tumble are more like the Bulk and Skull to the series, but Sterling you can kind of tell is a bit more clever, a bit more resourceful, and able to do things I think Eggman can't do. So I think this issue deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.